Alright, everybody, greetings, fellow humans. It is another beautiful springtime-ish day here in Japan. And yeah, it's been, hasn't even been 24 hours since I made my last video. And to be fair, didn't think I would be needing to make another video today, but hey, curveballs. Not much else to be really said there, short of talking about some big things, and we'll get to that in just a second. So first of all, Master Quest 2, a bunch of new ones will be coming to the game. Lord Mont being the most notable one, Ketone also being there, as well as Mariluk and one other character, but I can't remember which one. Anyway, we'll deal with Master Quest 2. I've already talked about them, so I'm not here to talk that much. There is, of course, a little bit of details to do with the Leonis Coliseum Season 2 tournament. We'll be seeing more of that probably in the next few live streams starting up here. And hey, White Day campaigns this is something Japanese culture-y that I don't think we'll see any of this on global, because this doesn't exist in most other countries. I don't even think this exists maybe in any other country, but I haven't done the research, so let's just put a pin in that. Yeah, White Day is basically Valentine's Day here in Japan is for women to give gifts to men. There's two types, obligation and more romantic stuff. Romantic stuff is usually stuff that is homemade, and obligation stuff is based more around, social contracts or whatnot. Maybe giving some to your boss or your friends kind of thing. That's more obligation style. But in recent years, a lot of people have been kind of moving away from obligation chocolate, which is good. I think that obligation chocolate is kind of weird anyway. It's like just the term itself, obligation, doesn't feel very kind of what it's supposed to be about. But anyway, the general idea with Valentine's Day, it was supposed to be like women give gifts to men, and then 1 month later, during White Day, the feelings are potentially returned, which is also something I'm not crazy about, because waiting 1 month to find if the person that you potentially bared your heart and soul to feels the same, it's kind of a long turnaround time. I actually kind of expect even, generally a lot of major issues and stuff to be addressed much sooner than that. So just login bonuses, some stamina to do with, of course, we have just this tiny little event coming up here, but interestingly is the banner news. So we have this, of course, which is the Gilgamesh banner, and that's all fine and everything, but interestingly was the scrolling down. Where is it? It was on here somewhere. And then we crashed. That's unfortunate. Unfortunately, I just can't get through a video lately. It's a good thing I already made a video about how the app stability isn't a problem. Again, I'd like to reiterate that I feel like the game should probably work pretty well before we worry too much about other stuff. But if you saw it in the momentary flash there is actually a vision card in there, a mid-tier vision card. So I actually had to go back the other day and take a look at this news posting, because it's not mentioned anywhere in there. And, mid-tier vision cards are usually given out through events and whatnot, but this one, we didn't get any mention about it. I'm pretty sure I haven't forgot about this one. It has a weird little coin purse on it. I wonder if it has to do with gil farming. Even the step-up banner is weird, because it's I don't think it's a UR card. Shard of the price of good look. It's a rough translation of it. That cost, I guess. of good looks. Or compensation for appearance. It's interesting because this vision card is not mentioned anywhere else. I haven't heard anything about this vision card. I have no clue what it does, but it has a White Day step-up banner that gives a UR card at the end, but this, as far as I can tell, is not an SSR card, so kind of weird. I assume that this card is given out somewhere, and you can potentially get shards by doing this, but why would you do 10 for that? This is a bizarre outlier. I don't know what this is, and it's so weird to see a vision card that's just not covered. I don't even know what its real effect is. I don't think I've ever heard of this vision card. So yeah, more details on that later. Of course, there are the regular step-up banners for a vision card, so nothing really too special worth talking about there. But that is not the main reason of this video. Now that we've got through our regular daily crash, as well as all of that, we have this. This is going to come as either good news or bad news to a lot of people, and I feel like I'm probably on the latter side. Say hello to +6 equipment. Yep. +5 is just overrated. Here we go into +6. So first of all, the requirements for doing this: +5 armor needs to be at level 50. You need a craft recipe. No clue what the details are on that, whether you need over 50 recipes or over 62, or whether it's 64 recipes you need now. No clue. That detail is not given out in the game. However, you also need something brand new, which is called, what is this called? Heart Quartz. I mean, it's shaped like a heart. There are also multiple tiers, because of course there fucking is. R armor, SR armor, SSR armor, or MR for our globalers, and UR. So you can bet that this is going to be a premium one, and these are going to be a pain in the butt to get. Nobody's going to care about SR or R unless the going up to +6 is insanely better. But the list of equipment that begins to be able to go up to +6 is mostly the basic armor right now. Longsword, for instance, in the sword category, we'll do large sword because that's a good one for everybody to just understand. Claymore, mithril saber, gold blade, and last one. Hey, it looks like basically they're going for about 3 or 4 weapons from most category, with a couple of notable ones. Looks like sage wands are getting 5. Armor's getting 4, and ornaments is also getting 4. And for people who thinks, well, maybe this is just for Wotv stuff, it is not. Titus's necklace is already confirmed as being one of the ones to go up to +6. And Brotherhood, interestingly enough, is also on this list for sword. It's right there, Fraternity, which should be the Brotherhood, if I'm correctly following it. But yeah, +6 armor, +6 equipment is coming to the game with another limited piece of thing to it. And you know what? After how expensive the equipment is, this is kind of scary. I'm worried that this is just, an excuse to essentially double our farming in the future, of just being like, well, now we're just going to make you farm even more. But it's a little early to, burn down the house just because we see a spider. I mean, it really is. We don't know how good this is going to be, but honestly, the Hermes sandals +6, oof, no fucking thank you. We'll take a look at this tomorrow once the update is out and see how much is truly required to be able to do this. But given that a lot of resources have been eat up by, upgrading TMRs and everything, I'm not the most positive about this. This feels more like busy work, especially if we need another to double it, because honestly, it's just too much fucking stamina. It's just boring. It, like, +5 was bare minimum acceptable, but if we have to farm another 60 recipes for all of this, I mean, and more importantly, if there is the need of, and it's not specifically mentioned here, but if there is the other need for other crafting resources, no thank you, keep it. I just don't want this. To sum up just my initial impressions without having really known too much that this was coming, it feels kind of like a surprise and not a fun surprise. Honestly, my overall impression before seeing it, and I will have an updated impression later, is thanks, I hate it. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this idea of +6 weapons. Are you all for this? Or is this just more busy work and more stamina sink that the average player just doesn't need? I mean, there is one other thing to comment on. It looks like there is a brand new type of currency. A new exchange for craft metal exchange, where you... And blah, 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 blah. Please check the craft metal exchange for details, such as the number of metals required for exchange. I'm going to say this much. I really hate when they just don't tell us the details about this in these news posts, because just tell us. Like, it's out tomorrow, but maybe you could actually explain to people better about what this actually means for them and how much more difficult it might make their lives. Not a fan of this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.